Welcome to PSLE Maths, where you find solutions to PSLE math problems. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon for notification. Thank you.
Hello kids, let's now look at pattern problems, how to derive formulas for pattern problems. There are different methods to approach the pattern problem and the method depends on the type of the pattern. The method that we are going to see now is the constant difference method, and there is triangular method, and then we have the square method. So those will be for another tutorial. Right now we will look at the part 1 of this tutorial, which is constant difference method. Usually we'll go step by step and in a very simple way. In a pattern problem, we'll be given figure number 1, 2, 3 or 4, sometimes 3 figures, sometimes 4 figures. And each of those figures would have some variable, either triangles or squares, circles, dots, and these are what we call as variables. These variables, some patterns could have multiple variables, which means more than two variables, two or even more. Some patterns could have just one variable increasing in certain pattern. Let's start with the easiest one. In this case, pattern 1 has one variable, pattern 2 has 2, pattern 3 has 3, and pattern 4 has 4, which means the nth pattern, the figure number, we call it n, will have n number of variables. That's the easiest. Next, we look at pattern 1 has 2 variables, pattern 2 has 4 variables, pattern 3 has 6 variables, and pattern 4 has 8 variables, which means this is 2 times the pattern number. So it is straight away 2 times n. Now let's look at the pattern 3, 5, 7, 9. Now just by looking at these numbers, we know it is 1 more than the 2n. So it is 2n plus 1. But what if this is not given? So we only look at 3, 5, 7 and 9. So we know that there is a constant difference between 3 and 5, 5 and 7, 7 and 9. So the constant difference here is 2. That's why it's called a constant difference method. In this case, we have to find the figure 0. Figure 0 will correspond to 1 because the difference between 9 and 7 is 2. Difference between 7 and 5 is 2. So 5 and 3 is 2. So to find out figure 0, we subtract 2 from 3, which we get 1 is the constant. So that constant will come as plus 1 in the formula. Once we subtract this constant from the 3, 5, 7, 9, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, which is nothing but 2 times the pattern number, which is 2n. So the formula for this sequence is 2n plus 1. Now let's look at an example here. We have a pattern where there are dots and lines. So let's look at the number of dots in each pattern. Pattern 1 has 4 dots, pattern 2 has 6, pattern 3 has 8, and pattern 4 has 10. So this 4, 6, 8, 10 we can see is increasing by 2. That means here again we find the pattern 0. Pattern 0 would be 4 minus 2, which is 2 dots, and this will be our plus 2 in the formula at the end. Once we subtract this 2 from 4, 6, 8 and 10, we get 2, 4, 6, 8, which is nothing but again 2 times our pattern number, which is 2n. So the formula becomes 2n plus 2. So this is for the number of dots. So if the question is like pattern 21, how many dots would it have? So it's very easy, 2 times 21 plus 2. Okay, now let's look at the number of lines. Number of lines, pattern 1 has 3 lines, pattern 2 has 6 lines, pattern 3 has 9, and pattern 4 has 12. We see again there is a constant difference, 3, 6, 9 and 12. So in this case, if we try to find the pattern 0, it would be 0 because 3 minus 3 would be 0. Which means plus a constant, that would be 0. That part wouldn't be there. But otherwise the sequence is straightforward. 3 times the pattern number because it is increasing in 3's. So 3 times n is just 3n. So if the question is which pattern would have 63 lines? So if 3n is equal to 63, n is equal to 63 divided by 3, which is 21. So pattern number 21 would have 63 lines. So this is a constant difference method. This can be applied to most of the questions which are sequencing in a constant difference. The difference between pattern 1 and 2, the increase in the number of dots or number of lines or any variable. If it is a constant, we use this constant difference method. In this case, in this type of problems, even if the figure number is a very big number, it is straight away we apply the formula and find out. We'll be seeing another tutorial soon for the triangular method and the square method, which are for different types of patterns.
Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to this channel for more problem sums. If you have a specific question that you would like to see a video on, please post it in the comment section. Thank you.